All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do an electrical plan in AutoCAD. First thing you have to do is take your floor plan and export it as an appropriate type of file, which I think is going to be a DWG. So let's look up here. We're going to go up to the top left tab, click on File. We want to export. And let's see what type of formats we have. We have all the CAD formats right here, so I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking for. And that does DWG and all these other ones down here, but let's do DWG. All right, here, let's see, export current view sheet only. That would probably be good. Okay, so let's just keep everything the same. Click on Next. All right, now we're going to save this somewhere. It's already going to my documents, so I'm just going to leave it there, and it's named Project 10 Floor Plan Level 1. And that was an automatic name that just popped up. I'm going to accept that. Okay, it's still converting. I believe it's done now. So I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to go to AutoCAD. Okay, now in AutoCAD, I'm going to come over here to this button right here. It says Open. Click on that, go to my Documents, and find that Project 10 Floor Plan Level 1 DWG. Click on that, click Open. Okay, and there's my floor, excuse me, there's my floor plan. All right, now from here, I am just going to use, I'm going to use a sheet that has all of the electrical fixtures on it, mainly just kind of representative. They're not like fully designed. They're just kind of representative symbols. So let's go to Schoology and download that. Okay, so here we are in Schoology, and this is the file right here. It's electrical symbol annotations drawing. Just click on it and download it. Okay, you'll get this little folder right here, so you got to click on that again. And then it downloads over here. And the way you want to use that in AutoCAD is come to AutoCAD right here, and let's see, we're going to go to the Insert tab right here. Insert, click on Insert icon right here, then go down to here. It says Blocks from Libraries. Click on that. Okay, and then when you're in Blocks from Libraries, now it does this two different ways. Some people might get a dialog box, a Windows type dialog box right here in the middle. And it's pretty much the same thing as what we're going to do. Just make sure you choose that file, and it should open up over here. Now, what I'm going to do, since I've got this dialog box that popped up, I'm going to click on this little icon just to the right of this drop-down menu where you change your files. Click on that. And right now that file is in my Downloads folder. I recommend you move it to your Documents folder so you don't lose it or anything. So I need to go, I'm going to go to my Downloads folder. So just go to my name right here, and I can find my Downloads folder. And there's electrical symbols, and I click Open. And they open right over here. Okay, so we have different switches and ceiling fans and things like that, keypads, all kinds of weird stuff. So let's look, ceiling fan. Okay, let's take a ceiling fan. I don't even know what this looks like. It did not load a preview, but I'm going to click, left click on the mouse, hold it down and kind of drag it in. And I'll probably put a ceiling fan right here in this living room. And it does kind of look like a ceiling fan. Okay, so cool. Seems like I've got 3 or 4 of those in here, so I don't know if they're all different or whatever. But that's how you place them. Then, of course, you need a switch to control that with, and we're going to do this one. We're just going to make this a single pole switch. Okay, single pole is if you're going to control the fan and or light fixture from one location. You would use a 3-way switch if you're going to control it from 2 locations, and a 4-way switch if you're going to control it from more than 2 locations. Okay, so I'm going to look for if we have a single pole switch in here. Duplex. GFCI, light bar, push button, recess can, got all kinds of stuff. Single R, what is that? That's a single receptacle. So that's not what we want. What is this one? Single pole switch right there. Block name, single pole switch 2. So I'm going to pull this over here into the plan also. Set it down right there. And then I'm going to rotate it because I'm going to put it over here on the side wall. I need to go back to the Home tab, click on Rotate, find me a good spot to rotate it by. Okay. And then place it over here. Now, of course, ceiling fan, and this one, I plan for it to have a light fixture and the ceiling fan switch, so they can turn just the fan on, or they can turn the fan and the light on, or just the light on. So I really just need to copy this one and move it over here, and that way it would be 2 switches in one plate, would go right there to control that fan. And I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to use this a spline. I'm going to use this spline, I think. You have to kind of really just play with each one of them to see how they work and if they're going to work for you or not. But I'm going to use this spline, okay? And I am going to draw a wire. So I'm going to draw it out, and I'm going to click here, and I'm going to curve it. And you want to curve the wire because you want it to basically look like a wire. You don't want it to get confused with any other items on the drawing. Okay, so we're going to post it right there, click the enter button, and it'll stay. Now, because we have a switch also controlling the fan, we need to do this one too. So there'll be 2 switches coming to this fixture. And might follow something along closely the same path. Just connect it here and then hit the enter button. Okay, so now I've got 2 wires, and they're really not. They should be hidden lines. So one thing I've got to do while I'm in this view is change my scale over here down at the bottom. Change that to 1/4 1. Okay, and now we're at 1/4 1. So I'm going to select those 2. Change them to a dashed line. Okay, right there. Now, it doesn't really matter what color you make the lines because it's all going to print out in black anyway. A lot of times I'll put a lot of my electrical stuff just to differentiate it from everything else. I'll make it red or something like that, typically. But anyway, that's how you do it. Okay, and receptacles the same way. If I got to put receptacles in this room, let's see, I forget the distance between, I think it's 6 feet or 12 feet. We'll have to ask Evan because I think he was the last one to look that up in the code manual, or you can look it up yourself. But we do need to have that correct. Typically, like on these long walls, if you put 2 receptacles on there, you'll be covered. Same with this wall over here. It's kind of a long wall. Some of these short walls like this one, you could probably put 1. And if you put 1 there, then you should have the appropriate space between the receptacles. So here is a single pole receptacle. I think this is, no, that's not what I want. I want a duplex. That's what I'm really looking for. Recess, quadruplex. So duplex receptacle right here. Okay, so I'm going to place this one on this wall. And you place it on the outside of the wall. Don't set it on the inside of the wall. It places on the outside. See how the lines just come right to the outside right there. Now I want to make some copies of it. And I'm going to place those around. And I'm just going to place them like this for now. But I got to come back and rotate them. Okay, and I want to try to get these things sort of aligned, which would be a good idea. Going to be right behind the door on this one. I'll have to move that one in a minute. And that one too. Okay, so I got some placed. I'm going to rotate all of them so that they're on the wall where they're supposed to be, just like that. Okay, this one too. Rotate like that. Okay, this one I need to move. Don't select too much. Select that. Click on it. I'm going to move it right in here. rotate it down this way. Okay, so that's basically what I'm doing, going and rotating all of these, putting them in the right place. And with that, I should be covered, but we do need to look that up and make sure we have enough, because when I grade your sheet, your designs, I'm going to look it up, and I'll know what size or what the distance is between your receptacles should be, and if it's not correct, you'll get it marked wrong. Okay, you can find that in the code manual, or you can actually Google it. I think that's the way Evan found it. He just went to Google and Googled, basically what the code was for receptacle placement. And that's an easy thing anybody can do. So there we go. That room is fully electrified. We've got receptacles, we got light and fan, and we got switches. So we need to look around our design and think of other places that are going to need receptacles and switches. Typically hallways are going to need some of both, especially a long hallway like this one. Same with this one over here. And bedrooms, of course, are going to need lights and everything else. But again, just look around at the different examples you have here. And actually, you can open up, I think you can open up that sheet. Or let's go here. Let's make another drawing right here. I don't know why it's not. Oh, there it goes. And we can go and open. Go to our downloads. Electrical symbols. And here you can get a better look at them, at what they actually represent. They're named the same way over here. So you can see them here, and I'm not sure if you can actually copy and paste them from the page. I haven't really tried it. I know used to in the old days you could not. They may have changed that to where you can, but you can try it this way to see if this works for you as well. Okay, now that's the end of the video. Go ahead and start your electrical plans, and let's get those done. Remember, you got to have all that done by the 18th.